Check. 1, 2. I just had to roll it.
Oh yeah, she's
Had to roll over.
Oh. It's good though.
What was
Don't
it?
let strangers pick you up.
Yeah.
You know, especially outside.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Yeah, you weren't.
Oh wow, great. Yeah, that ought to be swell. Thank you. And then, gosh, I don't mean to. I know I'm supposed to tell. Can you sit like right here?
Oh sure.
Because this microphone's right here, so it gets.
Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
Moving on over, ladies. Come on now.
Oh. Yeah, and I started these.
Okay. Cool.
Oh
Yes.
goodness! And so, how about I talk about what or discuss what I've already sort of brought up in other conversations? I was talking with Dana Del Val. Do you know who that is? Director of the Arts Partnership.
Do we go to school for Dana?
I think so.
The same one?
No.
Oh, okay.
no.
Then no.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, and so before talking to her, I was actually watching
Betty.
Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past
Oh,
long
yeah.
play, and I told her about it. I said, "Yeah, I was watching this long play," and she's like, "That sounds horrible." And so I watch these video game long plays, and it's just a person playing the video game from like 1991, you know, just to reacquaint myself.
All right. That sounds terrible. That whole notion of like watching someone else play a video game, that's like watching paint dry to me. I just don't care.
That would be a boring game to watch because, yeah, there's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Yeah, there's a lot of travel.
You know, you're just running, and the game knows this, so it makes it what you can like. You sort of hop in place and then you race somewhere.
Betty, get out of here.
Whoa, whoa!
We're at the work around those two.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh,
But
that's
yes,
great.
Link to the Past. What a great game that was. That was just
Sure.
unreal. And what
was-
like if you didn't have the strategy guide for that, I don't know how you're gonna figure that out.
Exactly.
But it was fun though. We would sit as like a group, and we would all kind of like. The thing that I miss is like us sitting around. It would be like at least 4 of us, right? Not always, but maybe it'd just be me and you, or me, depending on the game.
Sure.
Whoever. But we'd all sit around and we would try to think together about what, like, oh, you went through that door, don't go through that one again. You know, you had help from your friends. It was just fun that way.
Yes.
You know, having your friends help. You know, we're all trying to figure this out. You know, and then obviously we'll, you know, let other players. Everybody gets to play, but we're a team
Yes.
trying to beat this one-player game.
Yes, and that's what I recall. You know, and so yeah, watching another person play, there were moments where like, give me that, I can figure it out. You know, it's
Right.
like, you give me that, I know what to do.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the game? Maybe you have last time you were over here. Geometry Dash, I think it's
No.
called.
No.
So it's like Mario times 10 nowadays.
Oh,
It's
whoa.
Yeah, it's. I don't know much about it, but my kids play it. Isaac's really into it right now, and it's. I'm very like. There's no way. This is like Mario times, like I said, times 10. I mean, the screen inverts. You're running. You know.
Okay.
Left to right, then right to left, then
Oh, okay. So it's
up
horizontal
and down, then they
vertical?
change. Yes,
Okay.
yeah. It's just
Or side scrolling. Isn't that what it's considered? Like Mario's a side scrolling game? It goes this way?
sure.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Mario 2, you can actually go up. Wasn't that
Yeah, a
where
little
you
bit,
can
yeah.
climb things and like
Sure.
you go straight up? Then it's more, and then you have to jump. Right in Mario 2, you're working your way up somewhere.
Yeah, actually, that was pretty neat about Mario.
Yeah.
Is that like? Yeah, that's pretty neat. I never thought about it that way. For me specifically, I remember Chrono Trigger.
I just
Was-
watched the long play for that one, and that was.
How long is that long play?
It's in 2 parts. The first part's 11 hours.
I mean, John.
Yeah. So the first part was 11 hours. The second part was 4 hours. So it's about.
That's pretty
15,
quick getting that
15,
game
16
done,
hours.
though.
Yes,
It's a long game.
it is. Yes.
So it was Chrono Trigger, and then I remember Resident Evil. Seemed like that was. I think we spent quite a bit of time.
Yes.
On
Playing
that
that
one.
one. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So my son's friend was actually just on the news. Which,
really?
Well, not his friend, but he literally lived across the street from us.
Sure.
Anyway, they were just on the news. If you want to look it up, you can. They stole what is that toy store in the mall? Paradise.
No. Oh no, I heard about this.
That's his friend.
Oh my gosh.
Elijah wouldn't do that. He's not that ridiculous. But yeah.
Well, sure, that's going to occur. There are going to be moments where people aren't looking, or something like that.
Oh, they were looking. They're straight on. There's a video of the whole thing.
Really? I'll have to find that.
You can straight see all of their faces.
3 people were caught on video taking the large stuffed animal, which greets guests at the door of the toy store. Fargo police say that giraffe is valued at $1,200, which would classify this theft as a felony-level crime.
One kid is just standing there, looking around, all suspect as hell.
Yeah.
And his little brother, walks off screen and comes back carrying this unicorn by its horn, just dragging it. Then they grab the giraffe, and then they all take off running. Holy crap. And I guess things were just different then. It was just a different time period.
And so it ought to take a minute or two to really find the words to be like, oh, it was like this and it was like that, because it's well, how it is now, is there are cameras everywhere. It's especially in this room, each person is carrying, a camera or the means to record
it's just
something.
Such a different time.
Yes,
I guess.
and so that wasn't so then. We weren't being recorded or possibly recorded all the time.
We were more in fear of getting in trouble by our parents or by authority.
Yes.
Whereas that doesn't exist as much anymore.
No, because of filming and holding people accountable. It's we caught you doing this, and so people are being much more not rebellious but confrontational. They're confronting something they don't agree with and being and doing this and saying, no, keep going, and they're filming it and they're going to show it to people.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Whereas that's not what happened.
We weren't
with us.
scared of that. Yeah,
no.
We didn't have to worry about that.
Not at all.
I can't imagine being a kid. I would not take back my childhood I would not want to be born nowadays.
I do believe we were really lucky.
Yeah. We just barely skated out of that. That's what I think is so neat about our generation, especially us. Well, yeah. We were born before, I remember the internet didn't exist.
It didn't.
If you needed to find out a definition of a word, you had to get a book.
Yes.
That doesn't, after us, nobody remembers that.
That doesn't compute.
Right.
What? It's what? I have to flip through something? It's
exactly.
Hey, device, how do you spell this word? We were promised so much, given so little. And now
the movies told us things would be different.
And we're being watched. We're being watched all the time.
Yes.
I just need my video games. I need Chrono Trigger and Legend of Zelda. And what was another video game that was pretty bad?
Biker Mice.
Oh yeah, Biker Mice.
Super Tennis. We played some obscured ones.
Yep.
Well, Mario Kart's not obscure, but I don't know. Some of them ESPN, there's just some nostalgic old ESPN, NFL old Maddens that I would just love to sit if I had them, pop them in, and sit here and play with you.
Oh wow! We could do that.
Or you remember? God, do you remember that one? I don't remember what the game was. It was ESPN baseball. Maybe it wasn't, but it was just you kept hitting home runs. Back, gone! I'd be
whenever I'd be back.
You're cheating!
Yeah, exactly. You have to be cheating. This is rigged.
Back, go!
You throw the controller. And I'm I don't know.
They're you've been practicing, you cheating. We had to memorize phone numbers and write them down.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get into that, too, later on.
Oh, my God.
What about that?
Yes.
Communicating with your friends.
Uh-huh.
You're only talking to one person at a time.
Home,
Remembering your girlfriends and your friends'
I
phone
didn't have too
numbers.
many girlfriends.
Oh, sorry. Dip. Okay. Yeah, John. Of course you would throw that stick in there. That stick in the mud.
Well, I'm supposed to. It's kind of like, yeah, I didn't really have to memorize girls' numbers.
Sorry.
Like, I would call girls and they'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just calling you.
Jeez, God. Okay, well.
And then there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, there's more than we've covered
Oh, sure.
right now.
Sure. So we'll have to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that.
I'll stop these. I think that's it. Also,
Okay.
if your beds that are supposed to